vehicles and naval platforms. This is the first of the series of a webinar that we're doing with Thailand. We will do another series in December, which will cover our other areas of the industry. So without much ado, I request Mr. N. Raviswaran, Co-Chair FICCI Defence and Aerospace Committee and Head Aerospace and Defence Strategic Business, Mahindra Defence Systems, to kindly deliver the welcome address. Over to you, Ravi.
Thank you, Vivek. Her Excellency Ambassador Suchitra Durai, Ambassador of India to Thailand, Colonel Penseri, Ministry of Defence Thailand, Mr. Maharishi, Minister of Defence India, participants from Thailand and the Indian governments, members of Thailand and Indian industry, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this important interaction between India and Thailand with focus on defence manufacturing. At the outset, I must thank everyone to be present here with the aim of deepening the relationship between our two nations. Both India and Thailand have a similar outlook, being from the same neighborhood. Our ties are deep-rooted historically, with centuries of social and cultural interaction between our people. Further, our nations seek convergence, especially on non-conventional threats. Thailand has always shared India's concerns over the threat of international terrorism and has regularly condemned acts of cross-border terrorism that India has suffered. Therefore, there is a distinct possibility to explore potential areas of cooperation, especially terrorism, by raising interoperability between armed forces, which will then become an enabler for our mutual defense cooperation and would also lead to collaboration between our industries. In the past, India-Thailand bilateral trade has been predominantly around agro-processing, automobiles or their parts, IT or pharmaceuticals. It is my sincere hope that we grow this basket to include the defense sector, which will also contribute to our overall aim of increasing our bilateral trade. Today, it is my hope that all of us will certainly realize that we stand at the threshold where there is a paradigm shift in business and strategic ties in the field of defense, which is being ushered in between our two countries. At this inaugural session and in the next two sessions, I'm sure we shall help furthering our understanding of the Indian and Thailand defense manufacturing landscape. The Indian defense industry can offer a wide range of solutions catering to armored platforms, vehicles, and naval platforms to Thailand. In today's interaction, you will all get to know the products and solutions which are specifically from the armored platforms or armored vehicles and naval platforms. Going forward, in December 2022, FICCI is planned to organize another webinar related to personal and platform protection equipment, electro-optics, and many other such defense products. Further, Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, which is an apex body in India, will be honored to continue our engagement during DefExpo in October this year, and also in all possible avenues in the near future. I am certain that today's event will strengthen the relationship between our industries, and I can assure all dignitaries and participants that FICCI will work towards helping the industry build on this relationship. It is my honor now to welcome Her Excellency Ambassador Suchitra Durai, Ambassador of India to Thailand, and also thank her for her august presence at this event. On behalf of everyone present, may I welcome you to deliver the opening remarks. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Shri Sanjay Maharishi, DDG Department of Defense Production from the Indian Ministry of Defense, Shri Arun T. Ramchandani, Chairman of the FICCI Defense and Aerospace Committee, officers of the Ministry of Defense from the Royal Thai Government, representatives of Indian and Thai companies from the defense industry. Namaskar, good afternoon, Sawadee Ka. India and Thailand are located in each other's extended neighborhood. and share a maritime boundary in the Andaman Sea. We have been culturally linked for millennia, and there are many commonalities between our two cultures and our two societies. Our bilateral relations are deep rooted in history, and there have been age old social and cultural interactions, as well as extensive people to people contacts. Over a period of time, with regular political as well as high level military exchanges and growing trade and investment, India's ties with Thailand have evolved into a comprehensive partnership. India's Act East policy has been complemented by Thailand's Act West policy. India and Thailand are important regional partners linking South and Southeast Asia. Towards collective security, over a period of time, both countries have built a very strong and robust framework for security and defense cooperation. We cooperate very closely in ASEAN, the East Asia Summit, the ASEAN Regional Forum, and the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, that is BIMSTEC groupings, as well as in the Mekong Ganga Cooperation, the Asia Cooperation Dialogue or the ACD, the Indian Ocean Rim Association or IORA, as well as ACMEX, which is the Ayeyarwady Chao Mekong Economic Cooperation Strategy. Ever since the signing of an MOU in defense cooperation in 2012, there has been a steady increase in defense related activities as well as exchanges. So we collaborate with each other through multiple mechanisms, including through joint exercises, which are both bilateral, trilateral, as well as multilateral, as well as through exchanges of visits, and of course through exchanges of training slots. And of course, there are also staff talks, regular staff talks are held. And this involves all the three arms of the defense forces, the Army, Navy, and the Air Force. As far as defense industry cooperation is concerned, we are gradually progressing towards building a reliable and a trustworthy relationship. In the recent past, India has successfully supplied close to 700 Tata trucks to the Royal Thai Army, as well as spare parts for the Dornier aircraft and the Flycatcher radar. This year, we have also signed a contract to supply the target towing drone system to the Royal Thai Army. Today's seminar on India-Thailand defense industry cooperation is yet another step in the right direction to further our growing defense cooperation. The theme of the seminar, Indian export potential in armored platform and naval systems, is indeed relevant, as in these fields, India has developed technologies and equipment which can be very useful to the Thai defense forces. Over a period of time, the Indian defense sector has matured into a robust and reliable industry. The launch of the indigenously built aircraft carrier very recently and the commissioning of the nuclear submarine are both pointers that underline India's growing capability in this field. The Light Combat Aircraft, or the LCA, and the Dhruv helicopter are important projects in the aviation sector. The small arms production capability of India's ordnance factories is steadily improving in quality as well as in cost effectiveness. In the near future, India would be a cost effective or a competitive source of high-end, high-tech military hardware. In the recently concluded Defense and Security exhibition at Bangkok, the Indian defense industry had good representation. There were useful meetings and briefings that were held in which some of you may have participated. regarding the products which are being offered by the Indian defense industry. In the next exhibition, which is planned, I believe, in 2023, the Indian defense industry will have even a bigger presence. This year, India is also organizing a defense exhibition, the Def Expo, as we call it, in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India, from 18th to the 22nd of next month, October. That will showcase all the products of the Indian defense industry. If some of you can attend the exhibition, it will give you a very good perspective of the Indian defense industry capability. India and Thailand, being maritime neighbors with deep-rooted cultural linkages, are natural partners in defense and security cooperation. Through our sustained efforts, we need to further the defense and security cooperation through the defense industry cooperation by focusing on exploring cooperation in, for example, the defense and aerospace sectors for co-development and co-production. Towards the same, the seminars like this one that we are having today will be useful. To conclude, I would like to thank all of you for attending this seminar, and I'm sure this seminar on India-Thailand defense industry cooperation will provide the right impetus to further the industry level cooperation in this very important sector for the mutual benefit of both our countries. Thank you very much. Khopun Kha.
Thank you, ma'am, for putting a perspective of the Indo-Thai defense engagement. It's my honor now to invite Mr. Sanjay Maharishi, DDG Exports, Department of Defense Production, to kindly give a special address.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, I would like to extend my warm greetings to Her Excellency Ms. Suchitra Durai, Indian Ambassador to Thailand, Mr. N. Ravisaran, Co-Chair, FICCI Defense and Aerospace Committee, and Head Aerospace and Defense Strategic Business, Mahindra Defense System Limited, Colonel Fansari from the Office of Policy Planning of MOD Thailand, senior defense officers from all the three services of Thailand, and representatives of Thailand and Indian companies. I would like to congratulate FICCI and our Indian Embassy, especially Her Excellency Madam Suchitra Durai, Defense Attaché Group Captain B. Paul, to facilitate such an interactive session that will help to strengthen our defense industrial cooperation with Thailand. The close interaction at the government as well as industry level would further enhance the synergy between various stakeholders. Thailand shares common maritime borders with India and has strategic geolocation in the Southeast Asian region. Bilateral defense relations between India and Thailand have gained momentum consequent to Act East policy with overall improvement in relations at political, economic and cultural levels. Thailand also reciprocated this by Look West policy in 1996. Political directions at the highest level have emphasized furthering of defense cooperation among the armed forces, especially at operational level. Joint Working Group on Security Cooperation, initiated in May 2003, had nominated military cooperation as one of the 7 primary areas of focus to strengthen the cooperation. Regular defense service staff talks are held every year, which are led by a head of the Foreign Cooperation Directorate of the individual service. A regular military exchange program also takes place by both sides in each other's country. Both Royal Thai Defence Forces and Indian Defence Forces participate in various joint military exercises. Apart from these, both sides participated in Goa Maritime Conclave, Milan 22 and Penex 21. The defence industry cooperation between both the countries has expanded during past few years. Both sides participate in each other's defence-related exhibitions like Aero India, Def Expo, and Defence and Security Exhibition. In fact, recently India has participated as India Pavilion in Defence and Security Exhibition 2022 at Bangkok from 29th August to 1st of September. I am glad to mention that over the past few years, the Indian defence industry has been galvanized through progressive policies and procedural reforms, which have which has catapulted the industry to serve not only Indian requirements, but also to meet global demands. The Indian defense production ecosystem is fast progressing in realizing Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is self-reliant India, through the Government of India's flagship initiative, Make in India. The mission Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-reliant India of Honorable Prime Minister of India is not just inward-looking and only about meeting our own requirement, but it is also about producing cost-effective quality products and catering for the whole world and especially to our neighboring countries and our friendly nations. I would like to mention that India has a robust shipbuilding industry and an ecosystem of world-class public and private shipbuilding companies. The ships constructed by Indian shipyards are of global standards and extremely cost-effective. MDL has gained significant experience in construction of Scorpion submarine and has also undertaken significant indigenization of onboard equipment. Midget submarine and autonomous fast interceptor boats are the latest products available for exports from MDL and Goa Shipyard. Indian Defence MOD, through its endeavour and innovations, has enabled Indian defence industry to imbibe the latest technologies in the areas of artificial intelligence, drones and anti-drone systems, and cyber security. Various types of artificial intelligence-based defense systems are available for export, and Thailand MOD may explore and select based on their requirements. On behalf of the Government of India, DDP, I would like to extend my invitation for high-level defense delegations to visit defense industrial production facilities in India for first-hand technical appreciation and also to undertake demonstration of various platforms of their interest. Various sessions lined up today in the webinar may serve as effective platform to bring the industries and government officials from both the sides together and establish a strong connect for future partnerships and convergence of strategic and commercial interest. At last, I would like to reaffirm our commitment towards comprehensive defense cooperation, and we are ready to extend government-to-government arrangements if required. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Maharishi.
Thank you.
My honor to now invite Kamal Vichista Pinseri from the Ministry of Defense, Thailand, to kindly give his remarks.
Okay. Her Excellency, Mrs. Ambassador, Deputy Chief of Mission, Senior Officer of the Indian MOD, or participants in Bangkok and in India. First of all, we would like to thank for the organizing this event. Today, the Thai side, we have the representatives from the MOD, myself, the Office of Policy and Planning, and we also have the representative from the Royal Thai Armed Forces, from the services, both the operational side and the logistic wings, who in charge the requirements, operational requirement, and procurement and acquisition of the defense equipment. 10 years ago, the Thailand and India, between our government, we made the MOU on the defense cooperation in 2012, and we can see many achievements during the period of time, especially the dialogue. We have the defense dialogue in the permanent secretary level for defense, and we have the talks in the army talks. We have the Navy talks, and we have Air Force, the Airmen talks. That is a good model for the cooperation between our both countries. And I would like to touch one thing about 3 weeks ago that the MOD co-organized to make the Defense and Security 2022. And we like to thank you for the Indian entrepreneurs, state-owned companies, and your government that support and make the Indian representative to visit and also have the make at the Indian pavilion in the event. And I would like to thank you for your invitation to the MOD and the services to join the Defense Expo 2012 in Gujarat next month. And in summary, I like to. We are looking forward to learn about your defense industry more to fulfill, and we hope that you will achieve this seminar today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamal Bhensri. I would now take this opportunity to kindly thank Madam Her Excellency Suchitra Durai, the Ambassador of India to Thailand, for joining us this afternoon for this very important engagement. Ma'am, you shared with us how the regional partnership between India and Thailand in the area of defense has grown over the years, and it has immense opportunities to grow further into areas of co-production and co-development and joint IPR creation in the near future. You have also pointed out the close links that India and Thailand have had for centuries, and the cooperation that is being done bilaterally and multilaterally between the two countries. So we hope that this defense is also a significant portion of the engagement of the two countries in the future. And we hope these set of seminars that FICCI is organizing today on armored platforms and naval platforms, and later in the year on other areas, will deepen this cooperation and take it to the next level. May I thank Mr. Sanjay Maheshwari to kindly to have joined us this afternoon and given the perspective from the Indian side. As he said that the India is looking at a defense production of 25 billion and defense exports of 5 billion by the next 2 years. And the Make in India initiative is not inward looking, but also outward looking for Make in India, for Make for the world, and for friendly countries like Thailand. Thank you, Mr. Maheshwari, for joining us this afternoon. I thank Colonel Vichistech Pinsiri from the Ministry of Defense, Thailand, to have joined us this afternoon and shared his perspective and his positive thoughts and the way forward for the future cooperation between India and Thailand. And also his statement that they would certainly look at participating in the DEF Expo, which is next month from the 18th to the 22nd of October. So thank you all, and may I hope that we will have a fruitful session on the two topics of land systems and naval platforms in the coming few hours. And with this, I thank everybody for joining us for this brief inaugural session. And we will now go into the first session on defense industry cooperation focused on armored platforms and vehicles. Thank you. May I hand over the proceedings to the Captain Brijesh Paul, Defense Attaché, Embassy of India in Thailand, for the conduct of the session.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, DCM, Mrs. Alpna, Embassy of India, ma'am, my fellow defense attaches from both present in Bangkok as well as those who are online from Delhi, all the defense officers from MOD, RTAF, RTA, RTN, RTAF, and all my friends, from the Thailand defense companies who are present here. I would like to thank you from the core of my heart for accepting our invitation to be here today with us and participate in this webinar in hybrid mode. That is what I have named it, because people from India have joined through the VTC, and here in Thailand we are all sitting together, so it becomes a hybrid mode. Thank you very much for coming here. Now, India and Thailand, we have shared historical bonds, and our cooperation is growing steadily in all the sectors, whether it is political, whether it is cultural, whether it is economic, or whether it is defense cooperation, both in terms of military to military cooperation or whether it is defense industry cooperation. In the recently concluded defense and security, we had more than 10 companies participating in defense and security 22, and we had good interaction among all the stakeholders here. And what we realized during this defense and security exhibition is that we can do more with each other. Okay, we have such common interests that if we work together, we can benefit both sides. Today, India has a robust, defense industry set up, and there is a lot which we can share with you. At the same time, there is a lot which we can do together. Towards this, today's seminar, which is focused on, India's capability in armored platforms and naval systems, is going to be very helpful among us to understand as to what India can offer and what we can collaborate together. So this is, this is an effort which we have initiated, and it is one of its first in Thailand, and we hope to do it in other systems as well in future. So I'm very sure that whatever presentations are given a little later as we start now, they are going to be very helpful to us. So we will wait for those presentations to happen and see what is it. But before we go ahead with the presentation, I would request Mr. Nikon to say a few words from the Thai defense company side so that we can thereafter, set the ball rolling.
Swadee Kap. Good afternoon, Madam DCM, Mrs. Salpana Dubey, and all the dignitaries. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nikon Sachdev. I'm one of the advisors or consultants of GST. Our CEO and Chief Operating Officers are behind, Kun Akranan and Kun Boy. And so it's a new era, and we are very excited. We are very excited because of the strengthening of the Indian and Thai relationship. India has a lot to offer, and we know Thailand can really benefit in making these cooperations and joint ventures with India. So in this new era, like Group Captain said, I think it's a new era that we should explore on behalf of Thai companies and also explore on behalf of Indian suppliers, what we can benefit from them, what they can benefit from us. And I would like to thank the Indian Embassy for arranging this webinar. Thank you so much.
Now I would request Vicky to take over for all the presentations, please.
Thank you, Group Captain. We have the first presentation from the Armored Vehicles Nigam Limited. Mr. Girish Babu, Joint General Manager, will give the presentation.
Sir, I can share from my side the presentation. I think you are able to see the presentation. Hello?
Yes.
You are able to see my presentation?
Yeah, you can proceed.
Yeah, first of all, let me introduce myself. I am myself Girish Babu, ONGF from Heavy Vehicle Factory, which is a unit coming under Armored.
Can you speak closer to the mic? Your voice is very feeble.
Is it audible now?
It's a little better, but if you could speak into the mic, that will be nice.
I was. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's better now.
So myself, Girish Babu, ONGF from Heavy Vehicle Factory, which is a unit coming under Armored Vehicle Limited. I will introduce all the factories which is coming under Armored Vehicles. There are totally 5 factories which is coming under. There, Vehicle Factory Jabalpur, which is situated in Jabalpur. Next factory is the MPTF, that is Shipyard, Metropolitan Factory, Kamal. Then another factory, Ordnance Factory, which is near to Hyderabad. Then we have two factories in Avadi, Chennai, that is heavy vehicle factory and the engine factory, and also our headquarters AVNL also situated in Avadi, Chennai. I will just explain the product profile of each factory. First of all, this ordnance factory Madak. Ordnance factory Madak is in the field of manufacturing BMP-2, which is the technology we got it from Russia. It is an armored personnel carrier. Then we manufacture CMT, that is called the carrier motor tracked vehicle. Then we have AAT, that is the variant of BMP-2, that is armored ambulance tracked vehicle. And the CRN-91, which is a naval version. Then heavy vehicle factory Avadi. In Avadi, we manufacture T90 Bhishma, which is again the TOT, we got it from Russia. Then the Arjun tank, it is DRDO designed, Indian designed tank manufacturing in Avadi. Then T-72 Ajaya and BLT, that is bridge laying tank over T-72 chassis, that is called BLT T-72 Ajaya. Then the vehicle factory Jabalpur, they are in the manufacturing of B vehicles like LPTS 715, then Stallion, then they are in the field of MPV. They now recently we had designed the one 6x6 MPV that we call it as MMPV, modernized mine protected vehicle, and the water bowser. Then the engine factory Avadi, which is situated in Chennai, which manufactures the engine for the BMP and as well as of the T-72 and the T-90. For the BMP, that is they call it as a UTD-20 engine, that is the 300 HP engine, and for the T-90, that is 1000 HP engine, and T-72 760 HP. These are all the engine we manufactured in engine factory Avadi. In machine tool prototype factory Ambernath, we manufacture mainly the gearbox. Gearbox in the sense, main gearbox, there is an intermediate gearbox that is used for the T-72 and the T-90 to transfer the power from engine to the main gearbox. This is being manufactured in MTPF. Then they manufacture 155 mm electronic fuse and the Kavach modified tool. Then I will just touch upon what are the various R&D projects we are doing in AVNL. We have a very good R&D center in Ordnance Factory Madak. Actually, I was in Madak for the last 8 years. Recently only I got transferred to HVF. That is last August 1st only I joined here. Before that I was 8 years I was in Ordnance Factory Madak. I myself was looking after these projects. So one of the major projects we are undertaking in ODC Madak is the futuristic infantry combat vehicle. Actually, this BMP-2, now it was the 1979 technology, and the BMP-2 life is going to be getting over. So, user is looking for a new generation vehicle that is called FICV. So, we in Ordnance Factory Madak, we took this project. This is basically improvement, very improved version for the armored personnel carrier in both protection, then mobility and the firepower. I will just show you the specification for the FICV, what we are designing and developing in Ordnance Factory Madak. It is having a crew capacity of 3+8, crew 3 and the sticks 8, the total 11 people it can carry. And it is powered by a 600 HP engine with automatic transmission system. And its firepower is of 30 mm cannon, which can fire both AP and HE ammunition. And it will be having a new generation, third generation ADGM and a biaxial machine gun. And it will be, we are trying to integrate loiter munition also along with the turret gear. It is having an enhanced protection of Stenag level 4 all over the side and level 3 on the top and last protection of level 3B on the bottom. That means it can withstand 8 kg TND under the belly. These are the various FICV subsystems. On the firepower, you can see it is fourth generation, third or higher version of fourth generation ATGM, then loiter munition and we are going for RCWS also for the 30 AGS. And the mobility, I already told you that it is a 600 SP engine. And for the, you know that this FICV is an amphibious vehicle. Compared to BMB, this FICV will have more speed in water. In order to get more speed in water, we will be using a hydrojet in that. That will give around 8 to 9 km/h speed in water. It will have a very good human comfort system. It is this air conditioning system will be will be there in this FICV, and it will have a latest hydropneumatic suspension system, which will give a good comfort to the crew, and as well as it will have a good second hit probability. And on the ground of survivability, I already explained, it is having level 4 protection all over the side. Then it will have a blast protection. For the blast protection, we will have a blast mitigating material on the bottom side. Plus, it will have a blast attenuating seat for the crew. Then we are having, designing and developing this wheeled version also. This wheeled version, the same FICV, it will be on a wheeled chassis. The turret we are trying to keep the same turret which is planned for FICV track, and this chassis will be on a wheeled platform, that is 8x8 wheeled chassis. The features are almost same. Regarding the area of cooperation, these are the areas we are looking for cooperation or co-production, or have suppose any technology is available in Thailand, we can think of getting the technology for our AVNL products. Main thing is the active protection system we are looking for. This FICV, we are planning for active protection system. It is an add-on system. So once the FICV is developed, we can always mount this system onto the FICV, and as well as the wheeled version. Another area we are looking for is the composite armor. As you know, this since this FICV is to be amphibious, weight is the challenging area. We have to achieve all the features by reducing the weight. So we are looking for composite armor. Armor is the one which will give weight penalty to the vehicle. So we are looking for composite armor so that we can get the protection with the least weight penalty. Another area we are looking for is the hydropneumatic suspension system. Then now the world is moving towards the 5th generation ATGM system, or even third, fourth or fifth any generation missile system. We can work together. Then another area what we are looking for is the driveline for the wheeled APC. This driveline also in India, I think it is not fully indigenously available in India. So this is another area we are looking for cooperation, co-production. This is all my presentation. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Babu. Captain Paul, should we take questions right at this moment, or should we take them all together?
After the first session, I think we'll take it in the end.
Okay, so we'll take it in the end after this.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, so we'll go to the next presenter, Mr. Yashpal Sachar, Vice President, Corporate Affairs, Ashok Leyland Limited. Kindly, sir, go ahead and make your presentation.
Swadika, Excellency, Thailand, Defense Attaché, both sides, and my colleagues. And Namaskar, Madam, Her Excellency, Your Excellency, Madam Suchitra Durai. Can you please remove this presentation? I will put my presentation.
Can you stop sharing this presentation, Mr. Babu?
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Sachar, please go ahead.
Okay. Let me. Yeah. I will talk about Ashok Leyland first. We are a part of Hinduja Group. Hinduja Group is there since 1948. in India, we have been serving mobility in all fronts of life. So if I talk about first about Hinduja Group, we are present in 14 verticals, and mobility is automotive is one of them. We are there in oil and specialty chemicals, banking, information technology, power, likewise. And we are present in almost all continents, but yes, ASEAN is yet to get our focus. So in defense logistics vehicles, we are the world's largest supplier. The vehicle shown here, one such vehicle alone, we have given more than 80,000 vehicles as on date to Indian Army. In buses, we are fourth largest producers, and likewise, we have 19th rank for trucks. We aspire to become here again within first 10 production OEMs. If I say about our achievements, in 1967, we launched, Ashok Leyland launched double-decker buses in India. It's an iconic bus in Mumbai. And in 2002, just 2 weeks before, the electric version of this bus was launched in, again, Mumbai, which got a lot of appreciation and coverage. And if you look at, these are our various other servings to mobility. Industry first, if I talk about, there are many such. Our products as of now are Euro 6 compliant. And we have recently also introduced AVTR modular truck platform for serving the mobility. On quality front, if I say, we have won Deming Award. This is one of the prestigious award outside Japan, only being given to us as a truck and bus manufacturing company. We have 5 locations, 8 manufacturing facilities in India, covering close to 200,000 vehicles. Outside India, we have presence in Bangladesh, we have presence in Ras Al Khaimah, UAE. If I, as I mentioned just before, our presence in international clusters, it's already there. ASEAN, Thailand in specific, we have given in last 1 decade on and off vehicles for defense, but still we have yet to get a big order. So I have not colored it as of now in terms of our presence. In terms of our offerings to defense vehicle, there are almost all range we cover. This is the kind of supply, and as I mentioned, we have close to 80,000. This is little old information. So we have supplied one such vehicle, and this is not only in India, but world's largest supply of one armored vehicle to defense. I will be covering our offerings in terms of logistic, combat support, armored, light, specialist, and tracked one by one quickly. If you see in logistics, we are there into troops carrier, LRV, water browser, you name it, and we are there. To share details, this is one of our Guru 4x4 payload, 1.5 to 2.5 ton. Likewise, we have Stallion. This is again from 5 ton to 7.5 ton. So we are there in different ranges, and more so we can also look at based on the volumes on specific request from Thailand. This is on 6x6 payload 5 to 8 tons. And these are the various variants of our Stallion, which I mentioned. This is we have given highest quantity to our defense, and we got accolades from various and recent war of our Kargil. On combat support, we have different field, artillery, and whatnot. These are our different offerings on combat support. Similarly, on as I mentioned before, Stallion and on Super Stallion, wherein the payload is 15 ton, we have a big range again here, and with the various applications as you can see in this presentation. Super Stallion on 8x8 platform, which covers payload of 19 tons, are there. I will rush through for Super Stallion 8.8 different applications of specific range are there for missile launch and whatnot. And this is on the higher side of Super Stallion 10 into 10 payload of 28 tons. So on armored vehicle side, we have a medium bulletproof vehicle, PPC and drivetrain. So if I take you through, there again is the full range on. Hello, I'm not able to, okay. On drive train kit, this is the range I will share with you. And on light specialist vehicle, if I share with you, we have LSV and LBPV range. These are small vehicles, maybe you can say open Jeep type, and these are also, we have a good supply for our defense forces. On
Babu, can
track
I ask you to mute
vehicles,
yourself? Can you please mute
specific
your mic, Mr. Girish Babu? Mr. Girish Babu, please mute your mic, please.
Yeah, this is our range on tracked vehicles. So based on your application, also we can work on and support.
Sumendra, can you ask the admin to kindly mute Mr. Girish Babu? His mic is on.
So these are the other, as I mentioned, for tracked vehicles. In totality, if I sum up, we can serve in, any emission norms, be it Euro 6 or specific requirement of Thailand. And
Mr. Girish Babu, kindly mute your mic, please. You are in two platforms. You are on the phone and on the laptop. Can you please mute yourself?
Okay. But gear is okay.
Sumendra, can you ask the host to kindly mute him?
Only testing stand is the issue.
He's probably has his phone on and he doesn't realize.
Yeah, sorry, sometimes it happens. No. Once again, we thank Vicky and all our brothers and sisters from Thailand. And the message is we have been serving Indian Army. This is being given an opportunity. We can work on your specific needs as well as our standard products are available as an offering. Thank you.
99%.
We will be happy to take the questions in the end, towards the end. Thank you.
Vicky admin, can you please mute Mr. Girish Babu?
என்ன சொன்னது கேளு இப்ப ஜிஎம் இல்ல இன்னைக்கு சொல்லுது ஜிஎம் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா கோலர் வந்தது என்ன டேட் ஏன் இவ்வளவு டிலே ஆகுதுன்னு கேட்போம் இல்ல இன்னைக்கு ட்ரை பண்ணுவோம் so that night at least we can start the assembly and now time இல்ல பட் அடுத்த 78 எலெக்ஷன் ஆரம்பிச்சா அது எங்க செக் பண்ணீங்க ஓ சரி அச்சா நாளைக்கு அது வருமா 78 இன்னைக்கு
The next guy can meanwhile load the presentation and
Yeah, we can load only if the sharing is stopped here, please.
Also, I told you before this T72.
Yeah, we're trying to mute him. Just give us a minute. Brigadier,
Can
you
the
could,
Ashok Leyland presentation be stopped, please?
yeah,
from sharing?
Structure, if you could take off your presentation from the sharing, and Brigadier, if you could load your presentation.
Yeah, let me stop sharing it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Brigadier, you're audible.
And can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'll keep the introduction bare minimum. My name is Brigadier Iyer. I am a Vice President in the Defense Vertical of Bharat Forge, which, as you know, is part of the Kalyani Group. Can you see the next slide?
It's on the first slide only. It's not gone for.
It's not moving. That's.
Suminder, could you run the presentation?
Yeah, so, Suminder, could you run the presentation which I had sent you earlier?
Could you unshare, Brigadier?
Yeah, I've stopped sharing. Okay, can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah, thank you. As you know, the Kalyani Group is one of the big multinational high technology engineering company with a turnover of over $3 billion US, and we have 23 locations globally as our manufacturing plants with over 12,000 plus employees. Next. Our companies, we manufacture our own steel, so therefore we are vertically integrated, and we also do, apart from our core manufacturing, which is forging, we have driveline systems and defense systems. I will come to in particular later. Apart from that, we have a new vertical in which we manufacture e-mobility systems. Next, please. Right. So as you can see, we are spread over many countries. We have a transcontinental presence. Next. We serve diverse industries and marquee customers, as you can see here, both in automotive as well as the industrial sector. Next, please. But the whole thing is driven from our own technology, which we have in these 4 buildings, which you can see. Apart from that, we do have tie-ups with academic institutions as well as also institutional research, based on which we are able to go in for new technology and new systems. Next, please. But what we are known for in India in the defense is that we are an artillery powerhouse. As you can see, we have almost 8 to 9 kinds of weapon systems. In terms of variety, it is much more than what is available in the Indian Army today in the artillery. We have manufactured the ATAGs, which is now being taken in by the Indian Army very shortly. Apart from that, we have the 105 gun mounted on a 4x4 truck, and also a 155-39 caliber trucks. Now, these trucks are specific to these equipments. We do not make passenger trucks, but we make trucks which are our own products, which are used for specific purposes. Next, please. These are the various artillery systems that which we have. They are all evaluated, and some of them are being supplied to India as well as abroad. Coming to the artillery, the advanced towed artillery gun systems, It is designed by the DRDO of India, but we have been able to produce this, and we are one of the major manufacturing facility in India, coming to 155 52 caliber guns. It has a world record of 48 kilometer with extended range ammunition. Otherwise, it has a normal range of 38 kilometers. Apart from this, it has a lot of other features, as you can see on the slides. Next. Next, please. This in particular is something which can be used both by the artillery as well as the infantry. Those who are my brothers from Army would know the usage of this for special forces. This, as you can see, has been evaluated in all the terrains that is available in India. This picture is of Sikkim, that is in the high altitude area of India. Next. The gun mounted on a 4x4 vehicle. If you can see these pictures, these are various pictures of the trials which the Indian Army conducted in a high altitude. It carried out direct firing trials, which is what is required for the paratroopers, mobility trials, and both on road as well as off road. Next. But what I want to bring about is what we can help with the Royal Thai Defence Forces is, apart from the gun systems, which is the one which is visible above the surface, what is less visible is the implementation of training, maintenance, consumable, spares, and we are just across the Andaman Sea for us to support the Royal Thai Forces. Next, please. We also have protected vehicles, as you can see the variety. The first one, Kalyani M4, as we are talking, as is being given to the Indian Army for its operation in the high altitude. The others have either been already supplied, or some of them are in the process of being supplied. The third one, that is the TC6 light tactical vehicle, has been provided for the Indian Air Force through a defense public sector unit for mounting the radars. So we make vehicles specific to a particular requirement. Next, please. Apart from this, we also make shells, which we have been exporting for quite some time. Next, please. We also make some powertrain components, which we supply to the defense public sector units for the tanks, that is T-72, T-90, etc. Apart from that, we make road wheels, track assemblies, sprocket assembly, and various other things, as you can see here on the slide. We also have a tie-up with the Israeli as well as BAE system for a anti-drone air defense system with 3P ammunition. And apart from that, we also make small arms. And next, please. Next. Next, please. Next. We also make defense electronics for the artillery systems. We also have a mine detector, which is presently with the Indian Army. It has been supplied. Next. We are in the process of already inducting these payload drones. And in the future, we are also in line to make various surveillance and recce drones. Next, please. This is the overall product overview of the defense and aerospace vertical as far as Bharat Forge is concerned. Next. Next, please. So I finish here with the very... Parth, can you mute, please?
Parth, please mute yourself.
Okay, so like what I was saying is that we can realize the vision of the Royal Thai Defence Forces as far as your requirement for land platform, as far as artillery is concerned, as also special vehicles and other needs which I have shown. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brigadier Iyer. May I now request Colonel Manish Kumar from Mahindra Defence Systems to kindly make his presentation.
I have unmuted myself. Sominder, can you share my slides? I will share from here in case there is a problem there. Let me know if it's visible.
It's visible now.
Is it visible, sir?
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, sir. Thank you so much. Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Colonel Manish Kumar and I represent Mahindra Defence Systems Limited, and it's my privilege to be presenting you on light armored vehicles, which is just one portion of what we produce. So to talk about Mahindra Group, it has got a global presence over 6 continents in more than 100 countries, and we are a US dollar 21.5 billion group growing. It employs over 220,000 people worldwide. We are going to focus primarily on the Mahindra Defence Land System. Otherwise, we have triad of systems, that is, we have got aerospace as well as naval systems. But today we are focusing on the land system in particular, which is near Delhi in Faridabad. Now, land system products include what we have been displayed, that is a mine resistant and ambush vehicle, ambush protection vehicle, armored light strike vehicle to its right, marksman, Rakshak Plus, and the 2 versions thereof, as you can see. Now, these are the customers of ours, that is the Indian Defence Forces, the central and state police forces, and we also export to friendly foreign countries cleared by MOD. Land system is currently focusing on design, development, and manufacturing of the light armored multi-role and mine protected vehicles, upgradation of power pack of tanks and BMPs. I will not be briefing you on this here, but we are in the process of upgradation of the power pack of the tanks in the service. 6x6 and 8x8 wheeled combat vehicles, we have produced some. They are under trials. We are also in artillery systems. Apart from that, we carry out the upgrades and refurbishment of various in-service equipment. Now, we believe that the land systems, we have a family of tactical vehicles. So this is one class of vehicle, which is the light specialist vehicle, which is in various versions as a weapon carrier 2x2, as a wheeled vehicle, recce vehicle for the UN forces, and a border recce vehicle for the UAE Army. All three have similar characteristics, that is a common engine of 215 HP, automatic transmission, all-wheel independent suspension with central tire inflation system. It is a 4-seater vehicle with internal storage space for ammunition and detachment loads. This vehicle has cleared the trials and is likely to be inducted into Indian Army, about 1300 vehicles over a period of next 3 years. This is another version of the same vehicle which has been elongated further, that is covered the space in the rear with the cabin, and thus it can have a version of 6-seater, 2+6, 2+4 and 2+6. Now coming to the counter-terrorist operation vehicle, this is based on the very popular vehicle Scorpio. So we have got Rakshak Plus, which is similar looking to the Scorpio vehicle, however, is for the combat version. So you can have police and other forces going into it. They can use their weapon from inside as well as open the cupola and use it where required. So it is being used by both by the paramilitary forces as well as the police forces. Marksman is an intervention vehicle used by police in areas where action is going on, and it is a completely built up model. So these all are STANAG level 1 blast and ballistic protection ground up engineered vehicles. A detail about ALSV we discussed earlier, specially designed for armed forces, 215 HP, top speed 120 kilometers per hour, equipped with clamshell doors, features a gun hatch with 240 degrees of freedom for machine gun, ATGM and grenade launchers. It has got an automatic transmission, an on-wheel independent system, suspension system with CTIS and self-recovery winch, STANAG level 1, protection of ballistics and blast levels, inducted in Indian Army. Rakshak Plus, effective solution for counterinsurgency and anti-militancy operations, STANAG 1 level protection, all sides protection against 7.62 mm, 51 mm NATO ball, that is SLR, as well as AK ammunition at various angles. These are all given in the test. Top protection from a distance of 10 meters at an angle of 45 degrees. Floor protection against 2 hand grenades of HE36 intensity under the belly of the vehicle. LMG can be used as we discussed earlier, and crew can fire their personal weapon while seated inside. It has got an indigenous engine, MHawk CRD, and it has also got a run flat system. In case the tires are fired upon and become flat, it can run up till 100 kilometers as per FINABL standard. This is the Mahindra BP Scorpio, another version. This is for the VIP carriage, similar to the earlier vehicle, except for the fact that it does not have an open cupola to use the weapon. It is basically to maintain the innocence of the vehicle going around without anybody coming to know that it is a bulletproof vehicle. Otherwise, it is similar to the Mahindra Rakshak Plus. Marksman, as I told you about, is the up-engineered vehicle. It is used in counter-terrorist as well as conventional role, urban policing requirements, patrolling in high-intensity areas, SF operations, QRTs, and mobile checkposts, convoy protection and escort. It has got STANAG 1 protection, similar kind of protection level as in case of Rakshak Plus. It has got 7 firing ports. So the land system family of tactical vehicle ensures that the advantages are common spare parts, more availability of vehicle on the battlefield, lower logistic cost, enhanced life of the vehicle due to availability of spares, and global protection standards can be customized. The commonality is in terms of the common power pack, engine transmission system, and large number of common other systems and subsystems. Talking of the mine protected vehicle, the photograph is the one which we gave to Cambodia. This is a vehicle with a probing arm which can pick up an IED almost 10 meters ahead. It is a 6x6 mine protected vehicle designed and developed indigenously and suited for anti-terrorist and combat operations. Offers highest protection level against amongst Indian vehicles of similar class, customizable for variety of applications like troop carrier, ambulance, recovery vehicle, and IED mining. The 6x6 has STANAG level 2 and blast protection of more than STANAG level 4. It is powered by 274 HP diesel engine. So you can now put it in contrast to the light strike vehicle, which has got a 210 HP engine, as to how that vehicle is so powerful. It can carry up to 18 personnel, including driver and co-driver with combat loads, selectable drive modes for on and off-road terrain requirements. Fully pneumatic ABS braking system and parking brakes are available on all the wheels. Firing ports are obviously available for the crew, as can be seen in the picture too. This is the smaller version of the 6x6, a 4x4, similar engine, STANAG level 2 and STANAG level blast protection up till 4A or stroke 4B. Basically required in areas where mobility is restricted. So 6x6 often gets stuck because of its turning radius. That solution is provided by 4x4 vehicle, similar to the features which are in 6x6. Our products are combat proven, as you can see by these photographs. These are the photographs from actual operations wherein all occupants were safe while the vehicle took all the brunt. These are the testing that we carry out, that is ballistic trials as well as 5 kg TNT side blast. These are the kind of tests which we undergo at the various testing agencies. These are the snapshots of our manufacturing facility. In case you are here in Delhi, please let us know. We'll be keen to host you. These are the email ID as well as our mobile, as well as our landline numbers. Please do get in touch. And should there be any questions, I will be available to answer them. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kamal Manish. Now we have the next presenter, Mr. Parth Chandra, BD Vertical Head of the Tata Advanced Systems Limited. Parth, could you please switch on your camera and make the presentation?
Thank you for introducing me. I will just turn on my camera for a bit so that people can see me. It's just that there's a little bit of a bandwidth issue where I am. So with your permission, I'll just turn it off for some time.
And the system also. So I would Log off one device.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Are you able to see my screen, Vivek?
Camera is off.
Sorry. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, you can see your screen, but your camera is off.
Yeah, just a second.
Camera is not required. We can go ahead with the presentation.
Okay.
The Tata Group, Tata Aerospace and Defense, in the field of defense and aerospace is, in terms of its operations, is divided into 4 verticals, starting with aerostructures. These are in the form of companies, joint venture companies and individual companies which are manufacturing structural parts for aerospace requirements of global primes such as Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and so on. These are based in Hyderabad. The second vertical is for airborne platforms and systems, wherein we are developing, manufacturing unmanned aerial vehicles. And also, you might have recently heard about the order that we have received from Airbus for integration of the C295 platforms in India. So it is this vertical which would be looking forward to the Make in India aircraft and helicopter programs. One is to manufacture the sensors such as radars, electro-optic devices, sonars, and also various ground-based launcher systems and gun systems, and command and control systems for the Indian Air Force and Indian Navy. The fourth vertical is that for manufacturing of armored vehicles and land mobility vehicles of different types, as I will explain during the course of my presentation. In the field of land mobility solutions, Tata's is evolved as a manufacturer and supplier of various types of vehicles, encompassing logistics vehicles starting from 1958 to light armored vehicles, which serve a special purpose for combat support. And also, we are in the process of developing our own futuristic infantry combat vehicle, and we will be participating in Indian Army's light tank program as well. Now, the next slide highlights the different types of vehicles that we are supplying for the various armed forces in India and abroad, right from 4x4 to 12x12 systems. The Tata mine protected systems and its specifications, and also the Tata wheeled armored personnel carrier, which is under use by the Indian Army. In the interest of time, I do apologize, I'm going a little fast, but should there be any questions, we will be leaving our coordinates towards the end of the presentation. The various vehicles which are used for logistic solutions, and also not just in the field of supply of vehicles, but we also do power pack upgrades for armored fighting vehicles and tanks. So as you can see in this slide, basically what we have done is we have taken a legacy platform, armored fighting vehicle, which can float. We fitted it, replaced its mechanical engine transmission with a new electronic engine and auto transmission system designed into the same mission, and we have fitted at the same is a bit difficult, which it was, carry out, to be honest with you. And as a part of this complete system, the solution that you can see is split apart into different parts of this power pack, to split into a single structure assembly and then put into the armored fighting vehicle. Now, one of the major challenges that we had faced post-fitment of the new system, this would have to be capable for amphibious operations, and we are one of the few companies in India who have successfully achieved that during the course of the trials. Some of the specifications, as well as the fact that we have cleared the summer and winter trials and demonstrated the capabilities of this field. Manufacturing and testing facilities for armored fighting vehicles and land mobility solutions vehicles is located in Pune and Jamshedpur, and we are not just supplying to the Indian Armed Forces, but we are also supplying to the various foreign militaries, as you can see on the screen out here. Now, the second vertical is for the various types of unmanned aerial systems for different applications and different endurance ranges, for disaster management, mine detection, and several other applications. We also incidentally manufacture our own loitering munition systems as a part of this portfolio. We are into just cyber security as well. In the field of sensors, as I was explaining to you earlier, we are into the field of electro-optic systems, where we manufacture night sites of different types, as well image intensive technologies.
Parth, we're losing your audio. Can you hear me, Parth?
As well as
It's breaking.
Hello?
We can hear you, but it's breaking.
Okay, I think there was
It's
some
breaking.
disturbance. I would just
not your bandwidth is low. It's
try to
breaking.
quickly.
You could switch off the camera. Maybe that will help you. Parth, the audio is not coming through. Parth, can you hear us?
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead with the next presentation in that case.
Yes, very much.
Yeah, please go ahead, Parth. Parth, we lost you, so I think we'll go to the next presentation and come back to you once you're. It's getting cut. So may I request?
Let's go to the next presentation, please.
Yeah, may I request Mr. Devraj Verma from Midhani to kindly make his presentation? Parth will come back to you. No, we're not able to hear you, Parth. It's not audible, Parth. But your voice is breaking. Your voice is not coming through properly. Let's go to Mr. Verma and then we'll come back to you to sort out your network connectivity there.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, Mr. Verma. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Devraj Verma from Armoring Division of Mishra Dhatu Nigam. It's a defense PSU under Ministry of Defense. I'll share my presentation.
Can you get to full screen mode, please?
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Okay.
Yeah,
is this
please
visible, sir?
It's visible now.
Sir, Midhani, actually I have to just minimize it. Sir, Midhani from its inception in 1972 was in the service of the nation for providing strategic material solutions to defense, aerospace, and power sectors. Next slide. Midhani's armor unit is providing armor solutions to personal and group protection to armed forces and CAPFs and other security agencies. And you can see these are our various products. I'll give you just one little background about Midhani. There are very few organizations who are capable of manufacturing armor steel and composite solution under one roof. Midhani is one of them. Initially, Midhani was involved in body and vehicle armoring, and then there was a transfer of technology from DMRL for Arjun tank, helicopter armoring, and for the ballistic protection of BPLMVs. After that, we started producing that also. And to meet the requirement of personal as well as group protection equipments of tri-services, CAPFs and state police, Midhani conceived the first ever armoring project in India using indigenous technology and emerging materials. This plant is located at Rohtak and our parent unit is located at Hyderabad. These are our various armor solutions. You can see there are two types of armor solution Midhani is providing. One, to keep the cost effective where weight is not a constant, armor steel is being used, and where some airborne applications are there where high-end products are required and their weight is not an issue, and this weight impedes the movement, so their composite armors are being used. These are Midhani's various armor solutions. Midhani is producing BR jackets, BR vest, BR helmet, patka, tactical vest, BR shield, and tactical armored vehicles, BP, LMVs, MBPVs, IFVs, MPVs, and even up armoring of commercial vehicles as per the customer requirement. Midhani is also doing main battle tanks armoring using steel modules and composite modules. Even helicopter armoring also Midhani is doing using the emerging technologies, composites and titaniums. In personal protections, BR shield are also being fabricated by Midhani. One by one, I'll go through all the products that Midhani is giving to state forces and the army. This is Mi-17 helicopter. For that, Midhani is providing ballistic protection. These helicopters are primarily used for transporting goods and personnel at remote location. Here, technology was given by DMRL, and we are using titanium alloy, which is in-house made, and high-end composite materials to reduce the weight. And here we have reduced the armor weight by 40% using the composite material. Here the protection is currently standard level 1, but we can go up to standard level 2 or NIJ level 4. This is being used in Indian Air Force and can be used in tri-services, Indian Coast Guard also. This is our newly developed BP LMVs on Isuzu chassis. Previously, we have done Scorpio up armoring also and other vehicles also. Here, the ballistic protection level is standing 1 against 7.62 into 51 SLR and AK-47 HSC. This can be, the protection level can be increased up to standard level 3, that is 7.62 into 54R API. This got bulletproof tires also that can run up to 100 kilometers safe running even after a hit. The USP of this item is it is more spacious and cost effective because of the in-house made armor steel, which is having more than 10 years of life. This is already VRD approved. We have done the testing and it is approved. BP glass is of the high end and the visibility will not degrade even after 5 years. Can be used in patrol vehicles in border areas and CT and CI operations. Now, this first ever BP LMVs are developed by Midhani that can give protection against snipers also with the help of DMRL's technology. These vehicles are designed for up to standard level 2 and standard level 3 also. And currently, if we see in our market, these BP LMVs and all these VIP vehicles we are using, they are having only basic protection of SLR and AK-47 HSC. Recently, in the border areas, JNK police has discovered some API ammunition with the terrorist. And based upon that, they have requested Midhani to develop some vehicle that that can produce that can protect forces from this API attacks. That's why Midani in the process of this developing, and we have developed this vehicle. We have the technology from DMRL. Here also the tires are bulletproof, and up to 100 kilometers it can easily go even after a hit. They are also VRD approved. Midani is also in the main battle tank armoring. Arjun MK1 Alpha, this you can see in front of you. This is our India's main battle tank. Midani is for last 22 years. It is giving the armor solution for Arjun tank. Previous version also, Kanchan armor was provided by Midani. For that, technology was given by DMRL. Right now also Midani in process of producing Kanchan armor for next lot of next generation of Arjun armor, that is Arjun Kanchan armor 2.0, that Midani will be supplying shortly. Ultra high strength low alloy steel DMR 1700 in-house made will be used along with the other composite materials will be used by Indian Army. Midani has delivered the armored bus and Scorpio using the composite material that that have reduced the weight significantly. They can also provide the basic protection of Stanag level 1 with SLR and AK-47, but it can be increased up to Stanag level 3, that is 54R API round. This composite laminates have been used here to reduce the power to weight ratio. They are also VRD approved. In up armoring technology, we are using 3 types of armors. One is ceramic material embedded in rubber composite, and steel and armor steel or titanium backing. These two will be working in together, and that is the DRDO's technology that's given to Midani. It can work up to Stanag level 3. For the basic protection, ceramic material with fabric can be used. That is technology was given by Bark Mumbai to Midani, and with this we can go up to BIS level 4 or BIS level 6 or NIGEL level 4. And if we don't use ceramic, only the basic fabric we use up to NIGEL level 3, BIS level 3 protection can be given using UHMWP fabrics. This is Baba Kavach, Midani's proprietary item. It was manufactured by Bark's technology, Baba Atomic Research Center's technology of carbon nanotubes and ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene. This is a very lightweight bulletproof jacket. It is having weight of 7.1 kg with 360-degree protection and a BFS of 25 mm only. The protection level here also can be increased up to BIS level 6. Here the throat and groin are also protected from 9 mm, and it can be increased up to BIS level 6 also. Midani also producing bulletproof vest, and they are having ergonomic design to give the comfort to the wearer along with the ballistic protection of an NIJ level 3A. Its weight is 1.5 kg only, standard size. It is made by using ultra high molecular weight polyethylene technology. The users can be VIPs, state police and CAPFs. Another product is BR Shield that Midani is manufacturing. Here also we are using Bark's technology of carbon nanotube to reduce the weight. Along with the ultra high molecular weight polyethylene and ballistic ceramics, lightweight ballistic ceramic, that is B4C. Here the weight is as per this 44 kg per meter square density. That's a very light weight, and up to BIS level 6 protection we can give in ballistic shields. Composite shields are made in 2 types of movable and static. It can have wheels also for easy carrying. It is having ambidextrous handles and ergonomic design for comfortable use. State police, army and special protection groups are using this shield right now. Midani's 4 models are there in front of you. These, as per customer's requirement, we can provide the protections of NIJ level 3A, 3, 3+, or 4. This another item Midani is producing is the spal liner. So all the BR vehicle that I have shown, in these vehicle, if some projectile is fired and that is overmatched with the protection of armored vehicle, then there is a chances that the fragments of the inner lining may hit the crew inside. That is known as spall. So to protect the crew inside from the overmatched projectile, these spall liners are being used, and they can give protection of NIJ level 3A standalone, that is against 9 mm. They are made using the composite material and rubberized aramid matrix. Its thickness is 5.5 mm. It's quite lightweight. Reduction of armor weight by 40% using composite material here also. This is another product that Midhani is providing to forces, that is protective boxer, to guard against the painful impact on lumbosacral joints, sacrum, coccyx, and surrounding bones and ligaments during troop activities, where some people have to, our forces, security personnel have to climb heights, and if they fall, if their backbone or the coccyx or sacrum is damaged, they may get paralyzed for lifetime. This protective boxer will protect them from that. It is having 18.5 micron thick fabric and weight is very light because of using 180 GSM material.
Mr. Verma, can you please conclude?
This is a bulletproof helmet that Midhani is providing. They can have ballistic level, NIJ level 3, that is AK-47 MSC protection. Here the trauma is very less, that is 5 mm only. And this can be used by Army, Tri-Services, Air Force, CAPF, etc. So that is all from my side. If any questions are there, please ask.
Thank you, Mr. Verma, for sharing us capabilities of Midhani. Now, Captain Paul, are there any questions from the Thai side which you can take?
We'll just ask them. So, okay, gentlemen, we have come to the actually end of the first session, which included the armored platforms and systems. So, if there is any question in particular in your mind which you want to ask about this particular session, please go ahead. Any question from the Defense Forces side? We are all okay? Any question from the industry side? Okay. Yeah, so if it is okay, then I think we will conclude the session 1. And meanwhile, we pick up, a cup of coffee, all of us. I will request that we can start loading the presentation for the next session. And I will also request that since we are already running about half an hour late, I will request that to be little, I would say that not expedite really, but then little smart in carrying out our presentation so that we can actually conclude very close to the time which we have given to our guests here.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. And from FICCI, my colleague Colonel Sanjeev Punya will take over the conduct of the session. So he'll conduct the session on the naval platforms. So I'm just handing it over to Colonel Punya.
I'll sit on this chair. $15.40. So, right, sir. Should I start?
Coffee.
What is that? Okay, we're taking a break. Okay, ठीक है. Sorry.
Mr. Punya, this is Prantik this side from GRAC. Am I visible and as well as audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to share the presentation. Once it is visible, please do confirm me so that I can start.
Yeah, Mr. Prantik, you are audible and visible also.
Thank you.
So we wait for the confirmation to start. So till the time we have to wait. Thank you.
Sure. Can I just share my presentation but in the meantime?
Yes, yes, you can, I think, go ahead and start the presentation also.
Thank you, sir. Is the presentation visible, sir?
Yes, it's visible.
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Starting with the second session, it's focused on naval platform. The first in line is Mr. Patniks and DGM Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers. So I request Mr. Pratik Sen to start the presentation, please. Over to you, Mr. Pratik.
Thank you, Mr. Puneet. First of all, Swadhikrap. A very good afternoon to all the respected dignitaries present over here. I am Prantik Sen, Deputy General Manager, Business Development and Marketing from GRSE, Guardian Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. I would like to thank all the respected dignitaries for giving us this opportunity to present our capacity and capability. Today, I'd like to start my presentation from a statement of DDG Exports Sanjay Maharshi sir, where he has made a mention of the contribution for defense state-owned Indian shipyards like MDL and Goa shipyards. Sir, we would like to mention that GRSE, Guardian Reach Shipbuilders, is another state-owned defense shipyards who has delivered 788 platforms that includes 107 warships, perhaps the highest by any Indian shipyard so far for Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard, as well as for a couple of exports. We built the first export warships from Indian side, that is CGS Barracuda, an offshore petrol vessel, as well as we also exported a 50-meter fast petrol vessel to the Seychelles Coast Guard. We are also having another 2 export order in our hand. I am straightway going to the products that we can offer to the Thailand side in view of the paucity of time. And these are the broad product portfolio that GRSE is having in view of its surface warships. It's starting from frigates, the weapon intensive missile corvettes, offshore petrol vessels, water jet fast attack crafts, survey vessel, hovercrafts, and so on. So starting from a 5-ton boat to a 24,600-ton fleet tanker, GRSE is having all this in its product portfolio. Now, to come up with the product offerings, we appreciate that Thailand Navy may be having a requirement of frigates or corvettes. So this is a versatile platform of proven design of GRSE. This is a 109-meter length ASW corvettes. Is a versatile platform for ASW protection, electronic warfare protection, and so on. It is having a displacement of around 3,200 ton and a speed of 25 knots. Whereas the technical parameters of this ship is at par with any global leaders like Koreans or even with the Europeans. However, cost-wise, GRSE built ships are much more competitive, and here is the slide shown here. Now, the next product I would like to mention is offshore petrol vessel that we have already exported to Mauritius. It is a 74-meter versatile naval platform with role like anti-piracy, search and rescue operation, pollution control operation, external firefighting, and so on. The draft of this vessel is approximately around 3.5 meter with a displacement of around 1350 tons and speed of 20 knots. These are the internal and the other pictures where it shows that this platform and also can accommodate a helicopter with this hello deck. The internals of the OPV, and in this slide it is shown that where for this platform also price wise GRSE built ships are much competitive than that of any global or European shipyards, whereas the technically we are at par. This is another platform of offshore petrol vessel or higher size, that is 109 meter, where GRSE has already developed the concept design for delivery for Indian Navy, where we have been emerged as a successful bidder for this platform. The next platform that I'd like to mention is a 50-meter fast petrol vessel. This is a star product of GRSE. And we have built so far more than 60 such vessels for Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard, and also exported this vessel to Seychelles Coast Guard. This vessel can attain a speed of around 35 knots and it can accommodate around 60 people. And again, cost-wise, this vessel is also very competitive comparing to its competition in the global market. The next vessel that we have developed is a 35-meter vessel, and that is aluminum hull, and it can also attain a maximum speed of 35 knots. The next product I would like to mention is the survey vessel for the oceanographic research that we are building presently for Indian Navy. This is an amphibious platform called air cushion vessel, and we are the only shipyard that has developed this particular vessel for Indian Coast Guard, and we have developed also two indigenous variants of 10 meter and 20 meters that can be offered to the Thailand in case of any requirement of the Thai Marine Corps and so on. These are the petrol boats that GRSC has successfully built and delivered to the Ministry of Home Affairs, and it is having two variants. One is the 5-ton and the other 12-ton. This is the boat that we have got the export order from Government of Bangladesh, and it is under the advanced stage of construction. Now coming into the after sales service, we have a world-class ship repair facility with a strong supply chain, and we have an expertise for after sales support and the ship repair activity of foreign ships like Sri Lankan ships, Mauritius ships, as well as the Seychelles ships. Moreover, we have a geographical proximity from Thailand in view of our shipyard in the eastern coast, like the Andaman Sea area of India, and thus we have an advantage to serve Thailand in a better way. Now coming to the shipbuilding infrastructure, we have 3 dedicated shipbuilding units in the river bank of Hooghly in the eastern coast of India. We have also acquired 3 new dry docks from the local port authorities specifically for the ship repair and after sales support. The major strength of GRSC is the design, where we have a 100+ strong design team for the development of the hull forms, the model testing, and as well as for the cross-section analysis. Another USP of GRSC is the virtual reality lab for the early detection of issues that can be eliminated during the construction stage. We are also equipped with the advanced machineries like CNC plasma cutting machine, CNC pipe bending machine, and so on. With all this, GRSC is having a concurrent ship construction capacity of 20 ships at a time. That includes 8 large ships and 12 small and medium ships. And with the ongoing modernization that is expected to be completed by next year, the quantity will be enhanced to 24 ships by next year. These are the credentials of export, and I'll just summing up my presentation with the strengths of GRSC. Like, we are a ISO certified company having a strong design setup, MOUs with the world leaders players, and last but not the least, we are also having a robust project management system. With this, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Pratik Sen. Next in line, I request Mr. Abhay Inge, Additional General Manager, Goa Shipyard Limited. I request you to upload your presentation.
Share for presentation. Yeah, good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible and visible. Please start the presentation.
Yeah, let me share the presentation, please. Sir, if you load from the site. Yeah, sir, can you see the presentation, please, on the slide?
Yes, we can see the presentation. No issues.
Yeah.
Please start.
So, may I start the presentation, please?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you. I am Abhay Inge, Additional General Manager, Goa Shipyard Limited. Goa Shipyard was established in November 1957 as Estaleiros Navies de Goa during the Portuguese regime. Exactly after 10 years in 1967, it was incorporated under Ministry of Defence. GSL has built more than 200 warships and 150 plus composite vessels. This is the aerial view of Goa Shipyard Limited, wherein we have state-of-art infrastructure for construction of vessels up to 135 meters and 123 meter wide. We have built basically at present 14 ships can be under concurrent construction at any point of time. Next slide. We have certifications from ISO for quality management systems, environment management systems, and occupational health and safety. Since inception, GSL has expanded its areas of operation to diverse fields. Presently, we have 3 business verticals: new construction, ship refit and repairs, and general engineering services. Under new construction, we are building ships for the domestic customers, Indian Defence Services, and also exporting vessels. Next slide. GSL has R&D team which is highly competent with rich experience and expertise in conceptual, preliminary and detailed design, structural vibration and analysis, hydrodynamics. Next slide. GSL has worldwide collaborations with the OEMs like Griffon, Nayat, NDB Russia, and so on and so forth. Next. This is our main product profile. OPV class of vessels, naval version of the OPV class of vessel, offshore petrol vessels, fast petrol vessels, advanced offshore petrol vessels, frigate class of vessels, and the hovercraft. Next slide. This is basically a product portfolio for the composite segment. We have vessels right from 8 meters to 30 meters, operating in various speeds like from 15 knots to 45 plus knots. Next slide. GSL has also diversified into different areas, and these are some of the products: NBC training facility, damage control simulator, sea survival training facility. These facilities are exploited by the Indian Defence Forces training establishment for training their crew in a simulated environment. These products are also in service with Indian Navy, and also we have exported these products to Myanmar. GSL has exported around 35 plus vessels as of now, and these are some recent exports. 2 AOPVs for Sri Lanka, 50 meters fast attack crafts for Mauritius. Similarly, fast interceptor boats, 11 in numbers for Mauritius, and 1 damage control simulator for the Myanmar. Next. GSL has also been providing soft skills training to the neighboring countries in shipbuilding and composites. Next. These are some of the ongoing projects GSL is executing for the Indian Defence Forces. 2 in number frigates for Indian Navy, 2 numbers pollution control vessels for Coast Guard, 50 meters fast patrol boats for Indian Coast Guard, and we have also bagged order for next generation OPVs, for which the contract is under finalization stage. Next. GSL has vast experience in undertaking repairs and refit. We have a complete infrastructure for short refits, normal refits, medium refits, and also complete overhaul of the platforms. These are some of the projects which are under execution stage or executed in the recent past. The focus on the defense cooperation with Royal Thailand Navy. These are the products which we can offer. This is 5-ton boat, 40 knots. Next. 12-ton, 35 knots, basically 13 meter in length, 3.7 meter in depth, breadth, and the displacement of 12 tons. This is again one more version, 15 meter fast interceptor boat. This is 15.5 meter, which we have given to Mauritius, 11 in numbers. This has provision for LMG, endurance of 150 nautical miles. All these vessels are designed and built to IRS Classification Society. This is a standard OPV which we can offer, and the technical details are in the next slide. The length is 105 meter, breadth is 12.9 meter, and draft 3.6 meters. Basically, GSL has different versions of OPVs, right from 60 meters to 120 meters. Next slide. Next. GSL has built more than 28 OPVs for Indian Defence Forces, and the details are in this slide. This is one more product which we can offer, that is 50 meter fast petrol vessel. Overall dimension is 50 meter length, 7.5 meter breadth, and 2.1 meter the draft. 270 tons of displacement. These are some of the glimpses of the Royal Thailand Navy delegation who has visited GSL in 2017. What we can offer to the Navy is design and construction of petrol vessels and the naval vessels as per Royal Thailand Navy's requirement. These are the products which we can offer: OPVs, FPVs, corvettes, PCVs, and the Interceptor Ports. Similarly, refit and repair for their petrol vessels and the military ships. Next. These are the proposed business models. Basically, model 1, wherein construction and training at GSL for their ship. Basically, it will be an outright purchase. Model 2, construction of first 2 vessels at GSL and construction of balance in Thailand with technical assistance and training from GSL. And model 3, construction of all the vessels in Thailand through TOT with design and development by GSL. Basically, GSL is open to do business with Royal Thailand Navy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Abhay, for your presentation. So next in line, I request Mr. K.S. Nathan, Vice President, Lawson and Turbo Shipbuilding. I request you to upload your presentation, please. Mr. Nathan, you are muted. Kindly unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope my slides are visible.
Yeah, it's visible and you are also loud and clear. Please start the presentation.
Thank you very much. So I am Nathan from Larsen & Toubro Limited. In the short presentation ahead, I will share the details of shipbuilding business of Larsen & Toubro. The Larsen & Toubro was established in 1938. It's a Indian multinational with interest in wide-ranging business operations, right from defense to construction to IT to finance and so on. And it's India's largest engineering and construction company. It's professionally managed, and the group revenues are close to $20 billion US. The market cap is around $34 billion US. We have the highest financial ratings from CRISIL and ICRA. Larsen & Toubro Group, for the purpose of convenience of management, has been divided into various verticals, and one of them is L&T Defense. L&T Defense engages in 5 segments of business. The first one is the warship building, where we offer a large number of various warships and auxiliary vessels for the customer. The second one is the submarines and underwater platforms, wherein we offer nuclear submarines and underwater platforms. The third one is guns, missiles and armored systems, where we offer missile launchers, bridging systems, air defense systems, and armored vehicles. Also, we work in FICV. The weapon and engineering systems is another group which offers multiple missile systems, rocket launchers, torpedo tubes, steering gear, stabilizers, hangars, traverse systems, and so on. The last group is the electricals and military communication, which offers IPMS, that's an integrated platform management system, PGD systems, radars, degassing system, PLF communication, C4I products, and Vicoms. If you see, we offer a total solution. We have a dedicated warship design center which undertakes platform design and engineering. We have a shipyard which undertakes construction and through life support. We also make a large number of equipment, as you can see, missile launchers, naval communication, integrated bridge system, integrated platform management system, radar systems, composites, anchor shutters, shafting, water jets, steering gear, fin stabilizers, PGD, degassing, combat management system, torpedo and rocket launchers, and so on. So with this, we offer a total solution right from design to construction to our life support to decommissioning. If you see the Venus warship design, we have a state-of-the-art modern warship design center with a large number of people highly experienced in the warship design. We have the 3D modeling and other sophisticated tools along with the virtual reality center, so that the design is completely digital. The offshore petrol vessels, floating docks, interceptor boats, both versions, that is water jet as well as conventional propulsion, multipurpose vessels, caddy training ships have been developed along with the firm orders. Other number of other designs are available, like fast petrol vessels, naval offshore petrol vessels, corvettes, and so on. We have a mega greenfield shipyard, which is about 40 kilometers from the center of Chennai, located in a place called Kattupalli. So there's about 900 acres of land for shipbuilding and offshore activities. The water line alone is about 2.2 kilometers long, and the water depth is about 16 meters. So there is no limitation in building any size of ships here. The shipyard is designed for both construction and refits of the defense ships and submarines. In particular, the shipyard shops are designed in a manner to undertake modular construction automatically. See the ship lift here. This is the largest ship lift in India with 21,050 tons of lifting capacity, and it is expandable. Looking at our core capabilities, we have the in-house design and engineering, we have in-house naval systems, modern infrastructure, life cycle support capabilities, financial strength, and project management. Now with this, some of the products which we have delivered are, one is the Interceptor Ports for the Indian Coast Guard, about 27 meters long and a draft of 1.4 meter. It is meant for shallow water operations. The displacement is only 110 tons, fully made of aluminum. The speed is in excess of 45 knots and can have a range of up to 500 nautical miles. About 54 boats we have delivered to Indian Coast Guard. They have been deployed across the length of the coastline of India. Another very successful product is the offshore petrol vessel, and the length is about 98 meters. The displacement is about 2,140 tons, and the speed is 26 knots. We have number of variants of this offshore petrol vessels, 80 meters. We have also 160 meters, and so on. Depending on the customer requirement, since the design is in-house, we can modify the design parameters and meet the customer requirements. The very first OPV, what is internally designed by us, key laying to commissioning took only 25 months. And subsequent OPVs, we could do it key laying to commissioning in a matter of 18 to 19 months. So such is the speed of construction, well-established design, well-proven parameters. Another very useful platform is the floating dock, which we developed for the Indian Navy. This is the first floating dock to be designed and constructed indigenously here. The length is about 185 meters, breadth is 40 meters, and the lifting capacity is 8,000 tons. Now, you need not have a center line lifting. You can even have off-center lifting. You can lift two vessels or three vessels simultaneously up to the weight of 8,000 tons. So it's a very useful thing. And the side walls contain the accommodation for the crew as well as for the docked ships crew. And you see a collapsible cover over there that gives you a protection against various, if it is raining or any high sunshine, you can continue to work in that. So against environment, you can always work into this successfully. There are 2 cranes, and that's adequate to remove and reinstall the equipment and other things. So along with this also, the ships can be berthed alongside, and the power system for the ships which are berthed alongside can be provided by the floating dock itself. Very useful thing in maintaining the fleet of any navy. We are also doing right now multi-purpose vessels and cadet training ships for the Indian Navy. Refits and repairs are matter of routine. We undertake a large number of them because the ship lift is available. There is no need for waiting time for any of the dry dock slot. As soon as the customer wants it, we can always take it up in a matter of a day and then do the needful. There are large number of dry berths and wet berths available along with the ship lift, which enables simultaneous construction and refits. We have done over 100 refits now. And we are also happy to say that the US Navy has chosen Larsen & Toubro Shipyard for the repair of their naval vessels here. With this, coming to the offerings for Thailand, we would like to offer the offshore petrol vessels, interceptor boats, floating dock, fast petrol vessels, and crude carriers. Basically, since we have the strength of in-house design, we can customize to Thailand's requirements. We will be offering very reliable products at a highly competitive prices, and you will feel the value for money. And we will also assist Thailand in setting up processes for through life support, including if they need a small ship lift or anything. We have the design. The ship lift, what we have show you, is internally developed by Larsen & Toubro. So we have the capability to design, develop, and install ship lift for other countries also. So with this, we look forward to collaboration with Thailand in whatever manner we can do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nathan. Next in line, now I request Mr. Shiram Venkat Raman, Deputy General Manager, Mezugan Dock Shipyard Limited.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am representing Mezugan Dock Limited. Yeah, please. Mezugan Dock Shipbuilders is a more than 200-year-old company. We were. Next slide. Yeah, in my presentation, I will take you through the overview, product portfolio, our capability and infrastructure, repair and refit, which we can provide, and potential areas of cooperation. Next slide. Mezugan Dock Limited was inception in 1774, and we were taken over by the government of India in 1960. In 1972, we commissioned the first frigate, INS Nilgiri, and then in 1984, we commissioned the building of the submarine, and it was delivered in 1992. In 1998, we were accorded ISO 9000 certification. The spectrum of delivered products include 26 warships, submarines, paramilitary ships, commercial export of 243 vessels, commercial domestic 504 vessels, and 67 offshore platforms. A total of 799 ships and 67 offshore platforms have been delivered since 1960 with 243 exports. Next ship. Next slide. Our product profile includes destroyers, frigates, corvettes, submarines, offshore patrol vessels, and missile boats. Next slide. Here is the aerial view of Mezugan Dock Shipyard. We are in the heart of Mumbai, the financial capital of India. We have a 300-ton Goliath crane, which is covering 2 of our slipways in the south yard. Besides, we have 3 dry docks and 3 slipways, along with modular shop, cradle assembly shop, submarine assembly workshop, and wet basin. We have undertaken a large modernization program, and it is concluded, and you can see the center wet basin of 225 meter by 136 meter. Next slide. MDL's key capabilities and strength. We are the only shipyard to have built conventional submarine as well as destroyers. In total, we have built close to 800 vessels, of which 26 warships have been built since 1960. Mezugan Dock Limited is a progressive shipyard with modern infrastructure and facilities. Recently, we have concluded the modernization plan, and of late, we have introduced artificial intelligence-based technique for weld evaluation and underwater survey using a remotely operated vehicle. We are also innovative in our methods and environmentally conscious of our energy consumption. Mumbai lies on the busy international maritime route, and we have easy and fast access to workforce and dedicated maritime vendors. We have 75% indigenized our naval ships successfully and all our equipments towards self-reliance. In the ship repair, we have done medium refit of various naval and paramilitary forces. In the screen, you can see these are the vessels which have undergone medium refit and life extension in our premises. Next. The areas of cooperation which we can offer are as below. We can do new builds. Our capacity and capability are tuned to manufacture new vessels. We can do repairs and refit. We can also do transfer of technology, as we are building through integrated construction method, IC based modular construction we are doing for our present vessels. So this know-how we can extend to Thailand. We can also provide technical teams in setting up the ship trials and setting up of the work system work. We can do the design of commercial as well as naval vessels and provide hand-holding in the development of infrastructure and shipyard development. Next. Our export offer for Thailand would be frigates, corvettes, offshore patrol vessels, fast patrol boats, landing craft utility, and tugs. We have a bouquet of naval vessels which we can offer to Thailand. Next slide. We can offer various variants of frigates, corvettes, and offshore patrol vessels based on the length, dimensions, and based on the sensor and armament fit. We can give 3 options in frigates, 4 options in corvettes, and 6 options in the offshore patrol vessels. Next. Besides, in the fast patrol vessels, we can provide 50-meter fast patrol vessel, fast patrol boats, fast attack craft, fast interceptor boats of various versions and based on the sensor and armament fit. Next slide. We can also provide landing craft utility in two versions of 52 meter and 65 meters, and based on the speed of 15 knots and 20 knots. Next slide. Thank you for providing Mezugan Dock this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Shiram, for your presentation. So now we are open for Q&A session. Group Captain Paul, any questions from your side, Thailand side?
Okay, so what model we are going to follow is that whatever presentations have been given, so they are going to be forwarded to me, and I'm going to forward all the presentation and share it with all the stakeholders here. And in case you have any queries, you have any questions which you want a little more detail into, so I will be very happy to get those details for you and share it with you. So I think we will conclude the second session here, and we will leave them to basically go over it, mull over it, and thereafter prepare their questions and prepare their requirements, and accordingly get back to us. And I will get back to the industry accordingly, whatever interests these people generate. So what I would like to say is that we had two important sessions today, one related to the armored platforms and second related to the naval systems, and very relevant for cooperation with both the countries. And I'm sure that these sessions are going to help both sides equally. Vicky, thank you very much, for coordinating all the presentations from your side. At the end of the session, I would like to invite each one of the participants here who are in Thailand in physical mode for an Indian cuisine dinner in the garden gallery. It is on the first floor, so we will all escort you. So all for me is left is to first invite Mr. Nick to say something about this session from the industry side.
Hello everyone. สวัสดีครับทุกท่านครับ My name is Untitled Chapter, and of course I'm quite impressed of the presentation that I have seen, and I believe that this would forge a long-term relationship between Indian and Thai defense industry, which also would lead into ultimately localization of the technology from India into Thailand, and also inducing Indians technological edge into Southeast Asia, as Thailand is a good gateway for the defense industry in these regions, and we have quite a capable armed force officers and engineers who are able to integrate the system very well, and who have been exposed to various dimensions and various types of technologies. So I'm pretty sure we will be able to work together very well in the near futures. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nick. And all now left for me is to invite DCM. Kindly give your closing remarks, please.
Thank you, Brijesh. So on behalf of the Embassy of India in Thailand, I would like to thank all the participants in this webinar, which was jointly organized by the Embassy and the FICCI. So I would also like to extend my thanks to FICCI for organizing this webinar and also coordinating with the industry representatives of the leading industry from India on both the armored platform and the naval platform and systems. So they have given elaborate presentation and detailed information regarding the range of products available and the technology, as well as the opportunity for transfer of technology. So I'm very sure that the representatives of the three defense forces of Thailand and the Ministry of Defense, as well as the defense industry representatives from Thailand, would have been benefited from these presentations, and they will have interest in future. If not at the present they are able to indicate anything, they will surely share with us, with our defense attaché, and we will be able to forward those information to the industries in India. And with this, I would like to thank all of you for making it convenient to attend this webinar, which is the first of its kind, and we hope in future we will have more engagement and fruitful engagement with India. We already have, I think you are also familiar with the Indian defense industry, as several products already being utilized by the defense forces in Thailand. So with that, I would thank all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, Group Captain Paul, anybody left?
Oh, I think we can conclude now, and thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this session, and I really appreciate for your time and your contribution for this webinar, and hope we keep interacting in the future also. So, good day to everyone. Thank you.
अरे यार मैं समझ गया, बट लेकिन वो जो CMDR में कितना लिखा हुआ है? हाँ 2510 आएगा अपना। इसको 2510 करके भेज दो ना, व्हाइट कलर लगा के कर दो, थोड़ा सा साफ सफाई में करके स्कैन करके भेज दो, है ना। 2510 कर देना। हम्म हम्म हाँ 2510 करोगे तुम, है ना। GBW बाकी वो सब सेम रहेगा, अनलेटेड। और वो अटेंडेंस वाला हो गया था। यार तुम तो है ना, तुम्हारा काम करवा लेते हो, हार्बर को तो तुमने छोड़ रखा है, कुछ काम नहीं करवाते हो। तो यार तुमने फिर क्या करवाया साहब से पूरे दिन भर में? कोई पेपर ही नहीं साइन करवाया। व्हाट्सएप पे दिया था ना, व्हाट्सएप पे जो। हाँ हाँ वही अटेंडेंस। कहाँ भेजा? हाँ स्कैन करके भेज दो। या ऐसा करो, टाइम ऑफिस में भेज दो, मेरे को CC में डाल दो, मीना को मेरे को। नहीं टाइम ऑफिस का अलग है ना। ठीक है, रश्मि को भेज दो सीधा, और CC कर दो, तो हम वहां से और फॉरवर्ड कर देंगे उसको टाइम ऑफिस को डायरेक्ट। ठीक है ठीक। विनय ये किसका भेज दिया तूने? हैं? किसके लिए, किसके लिए है ये? देवराज बोल रहा हूँ। हेलो, ये यार एक है ना, एक्चुअली जाना है, कल निकलना है, आपके पास पीडी है? उसका नंबर है 11378। हाँ ठीक है, 4263। राइट। ये दूसरा टेंडर है या वही है? टेंडर अलग है, मतलब किसका है ये टेंडर? आर्मी का है? इसकी डेट कब है इस टेंडर की? इसकी भी 21 ही है। उसमें डाल, उसमें एक्सेल फाइल में डाल उसको।
आप जिस व्यक्ति को कॉल कर रहे हैं वो उत्तर नहीं दे रहे।